Hello there. How are you guys doing? It is a Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. The live streams are back, baby. It's St. Patty's Day. Completely forgot to wear my green in the morning video, but I'm part Irish, so we're rocking some green today. Hopefully, you guys are having a great start to your week, and hopefully, we can cook up some winners for you guys in this daily live stream. Now, I don't know if we're going to stick around with the 4 p.m. Time, but if we do, let me know down below if you guys like it. And yeah, we'll go from there. I don't really want to compete with my man Kyle, so maybe we'll switch it up. Maybe do 3 p.m. or something like that. Either way, thank you guys for tuning in. If you are new, my man Scrambles, definitely butchered that. We're actually on Twitch, so if you want to go check us out over there, I know a lot of people live stream over there, watch their live streams, including myself. Go over there, Twitch at Call on our Shot. Make sure you follow us and stuff like that. But either way, we're going to dive into the slate in just one moment as I wait for more people to get on in here. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, let's have ourselves a day. We'll talk about the plays we've already talked about in the morning video. Yeah, you see, we're getting some new followers. Actually, no, I need to go make sure I tweet it out. So let me go do that right now. We are live. Come through. All right. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll get into some OG. We'll come talk about a bunch of the games. Still been waiting on some injury reports. I won't lie to you. We just added a play to the DubClub that I made some exclusive plays. So we added one there, but I'm going to look for an added play in this stream and add one to the card because one of our official plays, I don't even know if like this one. We'll bring this guy up. One of the official plays from the morning video. I'm not even sure Wiggins is playing. So if that's not the case, we'll have Hero 2+3s, which is like minus 400. So not ideal. So we're going to try to cook up a winning play in this video. We'll react to the injury report, which the Lakers injury report just dropped. It looks like Luka Doncic is probable. Rui's out. We'll go through every single thing. So again, if you are new to the streams, sit back, relax. Let's have some fun. Interact in the chat. Let me know some questions and games you want me to go through. We have a big slate of action tomorrow, much shorter slate. So we will much shorter slate. We will we'll still have a stream, but I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe it won't be as long as the normal one. Either way, we'll dive into that in just one moment. Yes, I do, Sean. Shout out you, man. O's playoff game. That game was nuts. Although I think they got smoked in that game, but still was a blast. I think I got rained on too. MLB video, Aiden, Aiden. MLB video should drop later today. Logan and I have not recorded it, but after I'm done with this and NBA stuff, we're going to pivot to the MLB. Our video should be live later on this evening. I don't want to give you a time. I don't know. 7 p.m. Game's at 6 a.m. tomorrow. So hopefully we can wake up to a winner. But either way, let's dive into things. Let's get cooking. Let's cook up an added play. Do me a favor, go down below. Hit that like button. Like. Do that. Helps the stream grow. If you want to watch on Twitch, you can certainly do that as well. But let's dive into things. If you watched the morning video, you would know this is one of our plays. We had this Hero and Wiggins parlay. I don't know if Wiggins is going to play. Still love it. Our other play was Julius Randle's over in rebound. So that's what we're working with today. But we got some more picks to dive into, and I'll answer your guys' questions. Shout out you, Peyton, W. Peyton. All right, let's rock and roll, baby. Sound good to you guys? We're going to dive into the slate, and we'll begin actually looking at some injury report stuff, and then we'll kind of go from there. Let me share my screen, and we'll get rock and roll. What is up with Devin Booker recently, dude? I don't know what's happening with that guy. He feels like he's just not locked in. Feels like he's dead inside. And I get it. I totally get it. Injury report. Like I said, a bunch of news just dropped, which is why I like doing this at 4 p.m. because it comes through with some injury. Lakers just announced all their injuries. Dorian Finney-Smith, probable. Rui, ruled out. Luka, probable, which kind of going to hurt people that were backing on Reeves. Kamara's now questionable. Jabari Walker out. Robert Williams out. Jeremy Grant out. And my man Kenny Beecham, the legend. So not a ton of injury news here today. It's kind of been slow throughout the day. Jakob Pertla. I'm going to be honest. There's a couple teams that you don't even see me give out props. Raptors, you're in the banned bucket. Jazz, very close to being in the banned bucket. I just refuse to get in that. And honestly, Sixers, get your ass in there too. I do not bet on the Sixers, Raptors, or Jazz. It is just impossible to guess. And you know what? A guy that is on the thumbnail will begin. Conlan, I probably butchered that. But we will dive into that Let's go dive into that Nuggets and Warriors game real quick. And I don't know if my wife won that thing. I don't know. But shout out to you in Scotland, and appreciate everyone out in the Twitch chat. Thank you guys for showing all the love. Let's go into that Nuggets game though, and we'll start here because this has been some injury news. The injury news here in this game, and I'll zoom in so we're not super far out. Reminder: this is Props Madness. Code COS 25% off your purchase. I'll have that scrolling down below at the bottom. Blah blah blah. Yeah. In terms of this game, Nikola Jokic is currently questionable. If you were to actually go to this injury report, and I have this. We can look at the one on ESPN. We have Christian Brown. He's currently questionable or probable. Aaron Gordon, questionable. Murray, questionable. Nikola Jokic, questionable. This is why I really didn't tackle this game a ton. If you've looked at how the Warriors have kind of defended Jokic in years past, they've tried their best to basically say anyone Jokic, you beat us. Anyone else? We're not letting it happen. So you saw earlier this year, 38 points, 24 shots. The other games last year, 35, 26, only shoots 4 for 12. I remember that game, 18 free throws, 34 and 32. So again, they've kind of just wanted him to be the only one that beats them. In turn, they really try to limit the other guys. Christian Brown, not a guy I love to fade, but if you see how he scores his points, 60% in the restricted area, doesn't get much better than the Warriors. They're really good in transition as well. Spot up wise, he could get lucky there, but he has struggled head to head wise this year, only 11 points on 3 of 7 shooting. So again, a pick I didn't hate. It goes against everything I believe in is like Jokic under assists. I just don't know if I want to get there. He is under in 5 straight, but it is Jokic. It feels sacrilegious to take an under on him. Head to head wise, only 6 on 13 last year. I mean, like he could hit you with this 16 assists, and you look like a bozo, but it is a play that I did look at, just not one I really want to pull the trigger on, especially right now because you don't know if Jamal Murray's playing or what that kind of lineup looks like. So again, not really pulling the trigger on this game just yet. It is just one that I kind of want to be a little bit hesitant about. But like I said, if you want to bet Jokic, you can. I just don't know if I could get in there. And no, I don't see any. I see someone asking about Kuminga. No parlays just yet, Ryan, but maybe we'll cook up one. In terms of plays I looked at, here's one that's interesting. Jimmy Butler assists. Now, obviously, it's been a little bit of a weird season. It's at 6.5. I do want to note the Nuggets have actually been better defending assists recently, but look at these potential assists for Jimmy Buckets. This most recent game, well, Portland, 19 potential assists. This game, 16, and this game, 17. I'm curious if that continues or if that drops off today. I'm not really sure. I almost made this an official play over 6.5, but I'm still a little bit hesitant. 3-game sample size is not a whole lot, so I'm going to slow down there. A guy that I think I'm curious what the Warriors lineup looks like. Draymond Green, though, if I'm going to be honest, if he's starting at the 5, I don't hate his over in points because they're going to leave him open. I mean, you look how he scores his points, spot up shooting. I mean, if the Nuggets are going to leave anyone open, they're leaving him open. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that. But I'll keep answering your questions. Obviously, drop them in the chat. We'll go through them. Yeah, see like the under and assists. I don't know with Jimmy Buckets. It's just one that I looked at. All my fading is points because I just don't think he's really all that trying right now to score. I mean, 3 for 11, 2 for 5, and 4 for 10. I mean, I don't mind fading Jimmy. Seems like he's kind of in a point guard type role for them right now. And then when you fade him, he hits you with like 26 or 35, and you're just like, all right, well, I feel like an idiot. I saw someone, King Cheese, asking about Halliburton. This is a game that's intriguing to me. Minnesota Timberwolves and the Pacers. From the standpoint, it's hard to bet right now because you don't know if these guys are playing Halliburton and Turner. Now, the obviously play is that people are going to be on Halliburton assists, and I get it. 10-plus assists in, 9 straight games. I don't disagree with you. You could play it. I wouldn't say take the under here. Not the best matchup for assists, but certainly could be worse. I'm not sure if without Siakam, I don't actually mind it without Siakam. In fact, I would probably like the over more without Siakam because you get guys like Obi Toppin who are really just more catch and shoot or going in and dunking it. Whereas a guy like Pascal might give a post up, and I don't really think you're getting a lot of assists there. Double-double is not bad for Halliburton either. I just don't know if I don't want to get there yet with Hallie. especially not at this price. Minus 150, I don't think it's worth it. DraftKings all up to 10.5. I know people are Jaden McDaniels. Hey, we faded Jaden a couple days ago. The last stream on Friday, we faded him to his worst game in a hot minute. I can't really disagree with you on the PRAs, though. He's been a wagon. 22.5. I'm personally not betting the PRAs because you already know I'm on Randall's over and rebounds. But again, good spot for him scoring wise. He should get the minutes. If Rudy Gobert gets ruled out, like it even more. I don't think his line will adjust, but I do. I could get behind that. Saw someone ask about Mr. Look up his back-to-back. You want to see his back-to-back? Hey, Jaden's been a stud on back-to-backs recently. But again, you're looking at games without Rudy, without Ant-Man and Randall, without Randall and DiVincenzo, without Randall, Gobert, DiVincenzo, Randall, DiVincenzo. So you're kind of, I get it, but he's been playing a lot without half their lineup. And you were probably getting Randall. You're getting Nasri, DiVincenzo all in there today. So be a little bit hesitant there. You want me to look at Mr. Moses Moody? The problem with Moody is you got Kuminga back. He's been good recently. I can't really trash this play. There's just a lot of mouths to feed here. But spot up shooting, it's where he scores 40% of his points. Pretty good matchup there. He's been good recently, getting the minutes, 34 minutes here. With Pod still out, it seems like his minutes have kind of ballooned. I mean, he's still been playing about 30 minutes anyways. Not bad. Not bad. I like the play. I can't really trash it. Fast-paced game against the Nuggies. You should see him get wide open opportunities. And we were thinking about Jamal Murray. Who's he going to guard? I don't know if it's Moody, but could be. Let's keep going. Let's keep things rocking and rolling. This Aiden, this is a play I love. Jalen Duren over and rebounds. If you're talking about, I realize I just have like so many tabs open. Let's get rid of some of these tabs. You're talking about rebounds. Look at the last 15 games, rebounds allowed to centers. You won't get a better match than the Pelicans, who Jalen Duren plays tonight. So, yeah, full sign of approval on his over. Hey, man, I might get parched. Free sauce. First Nerfy tomorrow. Hey-yo. All right. So, yeah, I do like, what's his name? Rebounds for Jalen Duren. It's almost a play I added. He's been really good recently. I just feel like rebound props going to be a little sweaty. Sharper books do like the under, but I like that over. I almost took him for a double-double, but it was a little bit too juiced. It was like minus 160. Too juiced for me. But I do like that one. Jalen Green, another guy that I did look at his points. I really like Jalen Green points tonight. The problem is every time I back this guy, he sucks for me. There's got to be some people that know that feel that every time you back a guy that just don't do anything. But I really would want to look at is with Fred VanVleet, you see the numbers. I mean, look at his last, 18 games with VanVleet. He's crushing it. He's going a nuclear, and the matchup, all right, against the 76ers. I don't know what the hell lineup they're trotting out there, but pretty good matchup against them. If you look at head-to-head wise, when they played earlier this year, 41. He had 18 in the first quarter. I like it. I like it a lot. He's been really, really good with VanVleet. Should continue to keep cooking him. Let's be honest. Jalen Duren double parlay. Love it. MLB video. I talked about this at the top of the show. MLB video drops later on this evening, so stick around for that. We'll have our MLB video, which will include a long shot parlay for the season and stuff like that. So it'll be pretty cool. Tap into that. What's that website? This is PropsMadness website. Unless you're talking about Fantasy Pros. Fantasy Pros pretty useful too. Fantasy Pros pretty useful. Hey, be quick 855 legend. All right, let's go through some more games though. I do like Jokic rebounds more than rebounds plus assists. I was asking. Let's go through some games. Miami and New York. A lot of people are gonna like Mikal Bridges, and I get it. I get that without Jalen Brunson. He's been pretty good. If I were to bet anything, I'd probably look at his PRAs. He's over in all 5 games, PRA-wise. Minutes have been really good as well. Only concern here for me is who guards him. I don't know. I don't know who guards who in this matchup. They're going to leave Josh Hart open. I can guarantee that. He's going to be left wide open. We'll see if he can lock in. I mean, What are we doing here? 0 for 7. The only problem with him is that, like, head-to-head wise, he's been all right. Josh Hart, that is. 4 for 7 here. 7 of 12 here. I think he gets you 10 points tonight. Josh Hart, that is. Question is, can he get you 13.5? I mean, at the end of the day, how Josh Hart scores his points, spot up shooting, transition, and free throws. Not great matchups there, but I think Josh Hart could have a good game for you. Cat, I'm hoping Cat can get busy tonight. He torched them once this season, and they locked in on him. 44 earlier this year, but then only what happened here? 11 field goal attempts. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. So I haven't really liked. I'm a big Knicks fan. I haven't really loved what I've seen from Cat for minutes wise. I mean, his minutes have been kind of low. Like, I mean, you're looking at these games, 34 minutes. This game, 28. Granted, blowout. 39, but you needed 5 in OT, and 30 minutes in a tight game. So I'm a little hesitant here for Cat. So I don't mind his points, but he probably gets Bam on him. I'm a little bit hesitant there. Yeah. So if this game's tricky because we don't know if Wiggins is playing. If Wiggins plays, I think it's easier to say who guards who, but I'm not 100% sure if Wiggins is suiting up tonight. So we'll see. So that's kind of why I'm not going into that game anymore. Keep things moving. Yeah, Hart triple-double. Hart triple-double is hard to get there, man. What is this, a PRA line? 29.5? Yikes. Yeah, I wouldn't play PRAs for him. Just not worth it. Anything kind of like the under in assists. Yeah, under an assist, maybe not a bad play for him. For Josh Hart, that is. I just don't think, he's going to get a ton of assists. Maybe I'm wrong. Head-to-head wise, I would think he gets more points. I mean, 6 and 3. Granted, both games with Brunson this year. 7. I don't know. I'm probably just not doing another play in this game, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I know Wiggins sat out shoot around. Oh, yeah, someone asked about OG and Anunoby rebounds and assists. We'll tackle that, and then we'll get out of here. 7.5 AUC has been really good. Over in 4 straight. Head-to-head wise, 14. Crushed it last game. Only 3 in the first match, though. But OG's been a beast. I don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. What is his regular rebound line? 5.5? I mean, the rebound chances, though, 17, 18, 14. The good thing about this matchup for him, rebound-wise, is that there's not really a number one guy besides Tyler Hero on the Heat. And I don't think he's the guy that guards Tyler Hero. So either way, let's keep things rocking and rolling. Why are the Pacers only +8? I don't know. That's kind of why I liked Randall, because that's a weirdo line. Let's keep things moving. Philly, Houston. I don't really want to talk about that game. Kind of already talked about Detroit. I saw someone in the chat just ask about Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler, points and rebounds. He's been good. It's a great matchup against the Bulls, no doubt about that. Played earlier this year, 12 points, 16 rebounds. Great matchup for him. I just don't like betting on the Jazz right now, man. The Jazz are they're tanking for Cooper Flag, so I don't really love betting on it. They are dealing with some guys on the injury report. They just updated it. Their injury report kind of looks like this. KJ Martin out, Jaden Springer out. Keontae and Jordan Clarkson just got upgraded to questionable. Markkanen, I'll be shocked if he plays. John Collins is obviously out for 2 weeks. So I could get there with a guy like Walker Kessler. I think if I were to back him, I'd probably just want rebounds. But at 12.5 rebounds, not bad. I mean, you see this. I'm blocking this. You see this. He's been pretty good rebounding-wise. And as I said, head-to-head wise, already at 16 earlier this year, 15 last year. Not a bad play at all. I just don't love taking rebounds lines at 12.5. They just feels quite lofty. But last 15 games, Bulls, 5th most rebounds per game allowed to centers. Points-wise, they're right near the top 2. So if you want to go points plus rebounds, honestly, I don't mind the GOAT Collier. Count back to the assists that you want to see. Problem is if Keontae and Jordan Clarkson are back, that's a little bit of a bummer. But guy was a wagon. Doesn't get much better than this. Point guards, assists. Bulls been better. I don't know. I don't really want to bet. The Jazz are just one of those teams I've banned. Someone asked about Cade RA. You know, we'll dive into Cade RA. Faded his RA yesterday at 12.5 was a sweat. I assume you're talking about Collier. Collier? Yeah. Yep. I'll be jeez. That is pretty sweaty. Congrats on cashed on the hook. We take those. Cade RA. Let's talk about Cade. Again, thanks for tuning into the stream. If you can do me a favor, go down below. Like it. Do it. Happy St. Patty's Day. Cade Cunningham RA, 14.5. Not bad. Not bad. Not sure I love it. 14.5, quite lofty. Quite lofty. Well, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I just don't know if I would play it. But the Pelicans do give up a lot of assists. I probably would like the assist more than anything. Assists at 6.5. Well, not 6. Assists, they give up third most assists. I probably prefer that. I actually was hoping we would get like a Dennis Schroeder assist line. I'd probably prefer his over an assist more so than anything. But man, that hook has been gnarly recently. Why does he only get 10 and then stop passing? What the hell's going on here? Again, this match was pretty good for him. I don't think he played them. Last year he had 11. I don't know if you really count that. I don't mind that Cade play. Trey Jones is the guy I did look at. His over in points plus assists. Someone asked about Tobias Harris, though, first. Tobias, we'll look at Tobias right now. Tobias, points plus assists. You wanted me to look at this without Ivy, with Malik Beasley. Sheesh. Wait, no, not Malik Beasley. Schroeder. Schroeder, get in here. Yeah, he's been pretty good. Pretty good. Let's be honest, guys. Come on. If I bet on Tobias Harris, you really think he's going to pay? You really think that's going to happen? I bet on Tobias Harris. He's going to come out here and he's going to turn green? No. That was St. Patty's Day, but Tobias Harris, there's no way he comes there. There's just no way. I love you and I support you, but there's just no way that Tobias Harris pays. There are some plays I look at, I'm like, come on. Yeah, he's shooting 0 for 9, and you're just taking the L. And that's just how it be. But I don't mind the play. But I just can't be me. Some guys you got to know you're your spot, and that's one of them. Now I'm like, you know what? I love it. I support you. I'm going to root for you, but I can't do it. Can't do it at all. I'm a little bit hesitant to back any Pelicans because Zion's been out. So that's kind of why I'm hesitant to really get there. Let's dive into this game. We haven't talked about Memphis and Sacramento yet. This game, if we're looking at Memphis and Sacramento, you look at this game where this game comes in here with hopefully you can see that, 3-point spread over under 237, one of the biggest on the slate. The question with the Kings right now is, what do you do? I don't know. I know Zach LaVine, not a bad line. Although I feel like if you're a bet Zach LaVine, yeah, I kind of missed out on that because his line was like 19.5, 20.5. Now you're up to 21.5. If you're looking at LaVine, though, and you're looking at games in which they're healthy, mostly these three guys playing, he is over in 6 of 11, which isn't bad. So, but like I said, I wish you would have gotten like a 20.5 line. And it's a good matchup for him scoring the basketball. I mean, the Memphis Grizzlies don't play a whole lot of defense. I just don't know if I'd want to get there right now. I feel like the line's kind of moved a little bit too high for me, but I don't mind the play. I just don't really like watching this Kings team with all these guys because it could be a Malik Monk night. Hello, he's been bad recently. Sabonis is still kind of dealing with injuries, so I don't think he's going. But when you get in the second half, I swear, and they're losing, it's just DeMar DeRozan all game. So I don't love that. I've seen a couple people on JJJ's props, like PRAs. He's been pretty good without Morant. Without Morant and Aldama, they're playing pretty well. I don't know if you can't count this game, but the other games have been very good going over this. So he's been really good. Kings, that included a game against the Kings, didn't really shoot too well here, but still 28 points. His volume should be pretty good. If there was a play I was considering adding, maybe that would be it. You see where he does his damage, not in the restricted area, but in that, paint non-restricted area. He's a beast there. So this is a play I don't mind. It's PRAs. 33.5 is probably where I'd want to try to snag it. I see some books have moved to 34.5. I don't think FanDuel's offering a line right now. Are they just offering points? Yeah, FanDuel's just offering points at 25.5. So again, you see the hit rate there, though. All right. Yeah, I see my man, sports scientist Jacobs in the chat. W. All right, let's go. Have these lines shifted? Lakers, now that Luka's potentially in. Holy, I know. Okay, I thought it was 34.5. 32.5 points. Interesting. Okay, I know his line's not 34.5. Can we relax? Here's an under. You want an under I like? Jackson Hayes. I was going to fade him, but I don't really want to anymore. I could see this being a game. Here's an interesting thing that I've noticed. You kind of have to watch how teams are changing up their defenses, and we'll kind of pull up these numbers. Hopefully you can read them. So last 10 games, teams that really stink and giving up a lot of shots in the restricted area, Sixers, Wizards, Pacers, Spurs are there too. Although I feel like the Spurs have been a little bit better. 3-pointers though. I mean, Jazz, Hornets. I feel like the restricted area, the Spurs have gotten better. But have they gotten much better? I don't know. In terms of the Lakers side, though. Oof. Yeah, no, I mean, Aiden, they're kind of getting torched in the paint. They were good against Zion. I'll give the Spurs credit. They were good against Zion. But now I don't know. Dylan Brooks points. Man, I feel like Dylan Brooks points. You've kind of missed the window to back him. 14.5, too high for me. Too high for me. I'm not paying that. I think that's just you're paying for it at the highest. I just wouldn't bet that. All right, let's keep things moving. This game, I know people are all going to be asking about rebounds and assists. This is not a bad play right here. Dude, look at that. 23 potential assists yesterday. Hey, my dad's in chat. Dad, sorry I didn't respond to your text. that's tough. Jacob's talking about how he faded Jalen Green assist. I'll be honest, the play I had this morning was Jalen Green points and is under an assist at 4.5. 4.5 is a little bit too juiced right now. But if you look at the games in which Van Vliet is playing in, he's not getting a ton of assists. Like this game, 5 potential, only 7 here. 9. Like he's getting a little bit more. But again, we talked about him scoring the basketball. Much better matchup scoring-wise than not. Oh, someone talked about Quentin Grimes. Look, I don't mind a Quentin Grimes. If you want to back him, you can. He is from the Houston area. I just don't really want to get there with the Sixers, man. The Sixers are nasty. But this is kind of a Grimes. He could show up. I don't mind Grimes. I'm not doing it. Ricky Council, just get me out of this game. Give me you parlay all the picks. Say W, appreciate you. Someone likes Devin Vassell, points plus assists, 21.5. Not bad. Let's take a peek at Mr. Vassell. Over in 4 straight. Spurs 6 of 17. What are we doing? 9 of 16, 6 of 14, 10 of 22. So great volume. These most recent games have been without Fox, Hornets. Now, the defense for the Lakers has been better. Anyone likes Stephon Castle is the question. Looked at Castle. Problem with Castle, he does a lot of his damage in the restricted area. And I feel like the Lakers have been pretty good at limiting those shots. Yeah, they're about league average. Castle could get there. In transition, what's the over-under on this game? 230? Think the Spurs can keep this game close within 9.5? I could see it. Head-to-head wise versus them this season. 22, 10, 23. January 13th. January 13th, Lakers, Spurs. Let's go look at this game. I'm just curious where his shots came from. This was a while ago, so not much I would really probably play from it, but did start. Wemby, so Vassell had a good game, 23. Wemby had 23. Barnes, it's not a bad game. I'm not going to play these clips, but hey, there's his first basket. Okay, this looks like I backed him. How does he miss? Well, how are we missing? First shot of the game. All right. That, my friends, is what happens when I put people in the ladder challenge. Just get cooked. What the hell was that? Yeah, no, maybe that's a curse. Maybe that's a cursed. That was nuts. How's you missing that? Yeah, all right. I don't actually mind Castle. I feel like the Lakers are a really good defensive team. I don't see Harrison Barnes having a big game here. Oh, he has played well against them. I could get behind either of these two guys. Castle just played, whatever. He got 26 points in a blowout. The game they were getting smoked by like 30. So I don't mind Castle. That's one I'd look at. Jeremy Sochan, he's been playing more as of late. Actually, a sneaky prop that I liked. Sochan, here's a sneaky one. I don't think I'd add this, but Sochan over 3-pointer. Getting plus money. We've talked about, Harrison Barnes, call of shame. I think we've talked with the Lakers before. What have we talked about? The Lakers recently, they basically are saying, we're going to leave your worst shooter open. And who's that? Basically, it's Jeremy Sochan. So I actually think Sochan to make a 3 is not bad at all. If you look, the problem is, he's not a great shooter. Shooting 34% from 3. Better on the road, though. 39%. I'm not sure I would play this one. I'm curious how this goes, but I do think that you're going to see some volume here. I think you're going to get at least a couple attempts. He's attempted 5 here, 4, and then only 1 against the Pelicans. I think you'll get an attempt. The question is, will he make it? That's a great question. If you were to look at 3-point attempts in games, he attempts at least 1 3. He's over in 63% of games. I think you get at least 1. I think he's wide open tonight. So if I'm the Lakers, I'm leaving him wide open. Who else would you leave wide open on this team? If you go to their stats, like 3-point percentage wise for guys that actually play, like McLaughlin, I'm not leaving Barnes open. Champagne, I probably don't want to leave open either. Vassell, no. And then you basically got Jeremy Sochan. So again, I think they leave him open, force him to beat them. Castle, what are we doing? Shooting 28% from 3. Should we play it? I'm not sure I would play it, but it is a pick that I did look at. I'm not going to play it now, but I am curious how it goes. That's basically how I feel. I'm not going to play it, though. I don't really want to lose a unit on Jeremy Sochan banging home a 3. Nope. No chance. But, yeah, that is something I did look at this morning, just didn't end up playing. What other questions you guys want me to go through? Timberwolves money line. I think they win. That line is really suspect. Like, why are the T-Wolves, who are scorching hot, you got a Pacers team resting 6 million guys, why are they only 7.5 point faves? I'm not sure. Can I find this? Let's see. I'll get into Middleton in a second. Oh gosh, no, please stop. Hey, stop that. All right, I'm pulling up. Let's see. On a backed, no rest. Can we stop? Minnesota. They've been all right on back-to-back 7 and 5. Wonder how they've been against the spread. Against the spread, Minnesota 7 and 5 as well. Who's the worst team on back-to-backs? Indiana. I did know that. New York, Chicago. If you want to fade some teams, there you go. Those are your teams to fade. All right, let's get let's dive in. I see Durant assists. I'm not touching that game personally. And then we'll get into Middleton. Durant assists 4.5, not bad. Tyus Jones finally got a line 6.5. He's been a wagon without Bradley Beal. You can see the numbers. Been really good. How have the Raptors been right now? Raptors have actually, I felt like, been a pretty stingy team to. Yeah, you look at the Raptors right here in terms of last 15 games, 5th, 6th fewest assists allowed to point guards. He's been really, really good against opposing point guards. So points wise, how did he do head to head wise earlier this year? What the 150? Interesting. Interesting. Is there something to be had here? Maybe like a Tyus Jones under 10.5 points. How's he score? Spot up shooting, ball handler, transition. How have they done catch last 10 games? How are the Raptors doing catch and shoot wise? Raptors, all right, they're league average. How are guys shooting 35%? It's got to be like one of the lowest. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Not sure I'd want to play it without Bradley Beal. Without Bradley Beal, he's been really good. Granted, let's throw Booker and Durant in here. I mean, the games Tyus Jones goes over, you kind of have to tip the cap to him. Like 4 for 5 from 3, 5 of 6 from 3. Congrats, he gets 11 points. 3 for 3, 5 of 7, 4 for 5. Kind of looking at this one, more and more I like it. No line on FanDuel or DraftKings just yet. I like his over in assists. Assists is good, but maybe he's just kind of looking to get the guy, get other guys involved. Not sure. It's an interesting one though. Tyus Jones under 10.5 points. Kind of like that. What is his 3-point prop? His 3-point prop is minus 150 towards the under. Minus 160 towards the under. I mean, I bet you if we were to do this when he makes 2 or fewer, you're going to be, well, that's dumb. 2 or fewer threes. He's under in 1 of 6 games. Maybe they can bump this up to 11.5. If that went to 11.5, that's one that I would take a peek at. One that I'd probably like a good amount. Interesting. Why you keep asking about Durant assists? I just don't think I could get there with Durant. You look at him, the games he's played without Beal and with Booker, his just assists have been I don't really want to count on that. Head-to-head wise against them, I don't remember what he did. 4 assists, 4 potential last year. 6 and 1. I just don't really want to bet on Durant assists. You could get there, but no. Yeah, alt under 14.5. If they give me an alt line for go look at the Suns' next 10 games. All right, we'll go do it. I do know it's a tough schedule. All right, Phoenix Suns. Let's see what we're in for. All right, Toronto, Chicago. Then they get Cleveland, Milwaukee, Boston, Minnesota, Houston. I'm gonna be honest. They might not win a single game here. Jeez. At least they got some of those games at home. Woof. That's not KD, though. It's Durant. You want Jalen Durant? Is that who you speak of? You're not even spelling his name right. Durant, if you want Durant assist, you get 2.5. I mean, good matchup for him. I don't know. The problem with if you want an under is I think over the last Pelicans are giving up a ton of assists. So I'd be a little bit careful. The site that I'm on for the NBA, I kind of just Google catch and shoot. I just Google a lot of things, catch and shoot, NBA, and then it's normally the first one or different ones. So it's just the NBA advanced website. Very useful. Man, I kind of want that. Let's go into this. Wish they would give us. Can you give us a Tyus Jones line? Jeez. I really do like that Tyus Jones under. I do. Denny Avdia, PRAs. Denny Avdia. Let's look at him. Oh, you're not Denny Avdia. 33, 32 and a half. All right, well, look at here. Avdia, I mean, you can see from his numbers, he's all or nothing. You either get a sweat-free over or you get a sweat-free under. But we know he played the Wizards earlier, had 8 PRAs, only played 6 minutes. In terms of at home, I feel like he's probably 8 of 24. You really want to look at what happens when Jeremy Grant and DeAndre Ayton are out. In those games, he's just too big of a spike kind of guy. So I don't love it. I don't hate it. There's really not much I can offer on this. It's a good matchup for him. He's damn Wizards. Come on. But I just don't know if I'd really want to get there with him. That's at least my thoughts. I do not do CBB. Maybe one day, but man, CBB, that is another beast. And I don't bother tackling CBB. That is not really something I want to get involved in. I'll be watching though. Don't get it twisted. I'll be watching. All right, let's wrap up the stream and go through maybe some more games and figure out maybe if we can add a play in here. Let's first begin with Mr. Austin Reeves and his rebounds and assist line. Didn't come through yesterday. 15 rebound chances. What is his rebounds line at? They really juiced the heck out of the rebounds line up to 4.5 or 5.5. Dang. Didn't expect them to juice it that much. What were his? This could be an interesting one. Assists. How have the Spurs been defensively, assist-wise? Point guards last 15 games. Spurs 4th most assists per game allowed. Let's actually go potential assists. Let's see. Over the last 10 games versus the Spurs. Just kind of look at how guys have been doing. All right. Amen Thompson had 5 assists on, get out of here, 18 potential. LaMelo Ball, 15 on 17. DeMar DeRozan, 7 on 15. Shea, 8 on 14. CJ, 9 on 13. Interesting. So they've given up some pretty big assist numbers. Luka's been good with the assists. I mean, if he bet his assists yesterday, I'm sorry, he went 23 potential assists. That's pretty tough. But he has the potentials there. I mean, this game only 11, but the question is, do they double him? What do they do? I don't really know what they're going to do. Oh, yeah. Sorry, man, I've skipped your Middleton PRAs. All right, might be. Middleton PRAs. Let's go look at Mr. Mitty. Load. Man, this is interesting. Played him earlier. Had 8, 4, and 5. Not bad. Pretty good matchup for him scoring the basketball. I just don't know if I want to trust a guy like Middleton at 21.5, just because you just don't know how much he's going to play. Like, he played 20 minutes here. This game was tight. This game, 27, 23. You're basically asking him for a PRA per minute, which I'd rather not ask him to do that. I don't mind the matchup, but, I mean, he already played the Blazers once. This was with the Bucks. He had nothing. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. We talked about Jackson Hayes. I was going to fade him. I still don't mind fading him. I don't love the matchup for him. The Spurs have been kind of trying to pack the paint now that they don't have Wemby. They kind of just give up trillion three-pointers. So I actually don't mind. Kind of, if you look at the Lakers assist-wise, kind of like Luka Doncic over in assists. Kind of do. He hasn't played on a back-to-back since joining the Lakers. But, dude, this team gives up so many threes. I mean, we just pulled up, guys that pass the ball. I mean, these guys are getting the potential assists in there. Not many guys are better than setting up teammates than a guy like Luka. So I could get there for that. Grimes under PRAs. I probably would look at his under in rebounds and assists before points. He's like their only option. I also like that Trey Murphy under in PRAs or under in assists. Anunoby PRs. I like that too. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Reeves. I do like your parlay here. Ant 20, Cade 20, Scotty 15. Not bad. I dig it. I dig it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it. I feel like we need to add a play. Let's talk about Reeves assists or threes. Reeves has been strapping it, man. 4 for 10. Something I'm curious about. Pull up jumpers. So we already talked about this. This is catch and shoot. And the Spurs are giving up the third most catch and shoot 3-point attempts in the last 10 games. What about pull-up jump shots? Let's say the last 10 games as well. I know the Knicks are number 1. Where are the Spurs? Spurs are 4th fewest. Dude, the more and more I look at this, I'm really starting to dig Luka assists. Really starting to dig Luka assists. And yeah, Gabe Vincent. What is Gabe? I heard them talking about Gabe Vincent on the broadcast yesterday. And they were talking about, I think it was Richard Jefferson saying he's all or nothing. And they ain't wrong. You either get like 3 threes or you get nothing. Based on this roller coaster ride for Gabe Vincent, it appears you'll be getting nothing tonight because he went 3, 0, 4, 0, 6, 0, 3, and then today. So maybe that's not great. Maybe look for Dalton Connect to play a little bit more. But man, Luka assists is kind of speaking to me. I really feel like without LeBron, you're going to get a lot of potentials. And we just looked at pull-up jump shots. The Spurs, 4th fewest pull-up jumpers allowed. 4th fewest pull-up jumpers there. In terms of pull-up twos, they're pretty good there as well. If you look at, we'll pick this apart a little bit more. Play type, shot dashboard. Stay with me now. If you look at pull-ups, let's just go for the Lakers' last 3 games. Last 3 games, you look at Luka, 12.5 pull-up jump shots per game, 5.5 twos, 7 threes. And we just pulled up their numbers. They're hardly even giving up 7 threes as a team, 3-point attempts. So this is making me think that they maybe start doubling Luka tonight. Based on these numbers, that's what it makes me feel. Sean, we talked about Jimmy Butler assists. He has been handing out a good amount. He has been. Yeah, Luka assists is interesting. How's he done head-to-head against them this year? 8 assists on 16 potential. 6 on 9. Didn't really play much. How'd he do scoring the basketball there? Huh. I don't know if I can really read a lot off these games. What about last year? Last year, 10, 10, 8, and 16. I'm just saying, man, I'm kind of liking this. Question is, would you rather back Luke at 8.5 assists or take his 17.5 rebounds plus assists? Because, I mean, his numbers against them are pretty dang good. This year, 18, had good rebound. I mean, his numbers recently, like, I mean, we talk about games without LeBron. Without LeBron and with Reeves. So, the last few games, 24, 14, 19. You should add more here. This is enticing. I need to wrap my head around that. Man, do we want to pull the trigger on a Luka? What's this? I saw Jacob saying first quarter points. Yeah, first quarter points not bad. He's Luka Doncic. Do we have a first quarter assists? 2.5? 3, 1, and 3. What do we say? This game comes in with an over-under 230. What if you were to do like a parlay of Luka 6 rebounds and Luka 8 assists? What's that look like? Too juiced. What is this triple double? Plus 250. Interesting. Man, the more I look at this, I actually kind of like the under in points. I don't think I would take it. I kind of like it just because he shoots 6 million times. But man, it feels like based on these numbers we've been pulling up and potential assists and stuff, they're just gonna throw guys at him. I don't think they want to guard him one-on-one. Doesn't seem like they're, based on what they're doing, pull-up jumpers, limiting those. I mean, we think about the teams that Nets, pull-up jumpers, Rockets, Blazers, Spurs, Sixers. Really good. Interesting. These guys that have been doing well against the Sixers, or not against the Sixers, against the Spurs. I mean, 17, 15, 18, 11. Making about 60 passes. Luka, the last few games, we got how many passes here? 67, 49, and 60. Yeah. It does have blowout potential. It does. Oh, man, I'm really on the fence about this one. I really do think it's a pretty good play. He's probable. You think he suits up. If he suits up, he's playing. Could be a blowout, yeah. But it also could be like one of these games. I think they're just going to give him so many wide open looks. The question is, can the Lakers knock him down? With a total set to 230. I mean, he almost got it yesterday. 8 assists. Jackson Hayes was a big part of that. A little bit scared of him getting limited on a back-to-back, but oof, this is one that I really do like. Interesting. Kevin Huerter PRAs. We'll pivot to Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter, you like his under at 23.5? I mean, hit rate wise, you're going to be good. Matchup wise, I mean, they really struggle defending the 3-point line, which is where he does all his damage. 45%. I'll be a little bit scared there. So that's why I'd be a little bit hesitant on that team. Head-to-head wise, he's cooked them this year. So be a little bit careful there. I don't mind the under in rebounds plus assists, but I would honestly kind of lean 15.5 points is pretty high. But I imagine his 3-point line is set to 2.5 juiced on the over. Be a little careful there. Yeah, man, I'm feeling really good about Luka assists. I really think that's a spot that is going to be a good one for him. I mean, it should have hit yesterday. It feels like I backed it yesterday. 8 assists, 23 potential. Volumes there. This is a much faster paced game. 23rd in assists per game allowed. They've been bleeding assists over the last 15 games, giving up the 4th most assists per game. The question is, would I rather back that or do the rebounds and assists? That's rebounds plus assists at 17.5. That is the question that we're asking. Because the rebounds have been there. I mean, he's been really good at getting the rebounds. Head-to-head wise, he's been good at getting the rebounds as well. But if you take that at 17.5, you basically need him to get 10 or more rebounds, which could happen. They are giving up a lot of rebounds recently to point guards. In general, 5th most rebounds per game as well. Sorry for being a little bit inactive. This is just a play that I really do like. Just whether or not I want the assists or if I want to tack on the rebounds, which is 9.5. Just has a good track record against them historically rebounding the ball. The only thing I'd be a little bit concerned about is like his energy level on a back-to-back. It's kind of my one concern for the rebounds is like rebounds kind of a hustle type thing. And on a back-to-back, how much are you going to be? I don't think I'd want rebounds. I think I just won't want assists. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident we should add that one. I think 8.5 minus 114. I know people like Reeves PRAs. Reeves at 35.5, a little bit too high for me, personally. 41.5 for Luka. At the same time, I kind of want to. Same breath, I kind of like this Luka under 42.5 points plus rebounds. $42.5 is a crazy high line, man. 32.5 points is pretty high too. I wish I could take like a. This is what I bet like something like this, Max. This is a play that I would like to do. Luka under like 35.5 points. Parlayed with the Luka like 6.5 assists. I like this play, if I'm being honest. I really like this one. I think he gets 7. It comes down to, the extra points and stuff. I really like this play. I don't see them. If Luka's scoring 36, he ain't getting you to 8, it's 9 assists. So this is one that I really do like. The question is, do we add it? I don't like doing plays like this that might be only applicable to like $1, like probably even take Luka. No, you probably won't. Minus 114 is probably better. So, do we add that? Do the kids think we add that? Or is this getting too cute and we should just take his regular over at 8.5, call it a day, and stop getting too cute? I like Duran's PR. I think I'm just going to take Luka over assists, 8.5. Yeah, so there you go. Well, I really like Luka assists. I don't think the Spurs can guard him one-on-one, especially now with their lineup. So I think you're going to see some double teams come his way. So I really do like the over and assist. Under in 2 straight. Bucks he scored 45. Spurs give up a lot of catch and shoot. I mean, you've seen other guys diming them up. Kate at 12, Trae Young to 12, Harden 11. Yeah, let's add a little bit of we'll add that to the card. There you go. Official play. Luka over 8.5 assists. I got to go tweet that out and stuff like that. But I really like that 8.5 assist play. So we'll add that to the card. There you go. Luka, 8.5 assists. Not going to get too cute. I think this game could be tight, and I think that you're going to see some double teams come his way. They don't have the size down low. Luka, one of the best passers. They're going to leave guys wide open from 3. He's going to drive, kick it to the corners. Need those guys to lock down shots. There you go. Luka, 8.5 assists. Go send that out to the DubClub. Let the people know. We're going to wrap up the stream, though. Jokic boards. I like that as well. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Solid hour. Tomorrow probably won't be as long because we have like a 5-game slate. But Luka, assists. Love the play. Let's add it to the card. And hopefully, we can get us 9 assists. Happy St. Patty's Day. Have a great Monday. I'm signing out. I got to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in as always. And if you want to go follow us on Twitch at Calling Our Shot, tune in there. Do it. Love you guys. Have a great day. Jokic assists, don't love it. But good luck, everyone, tonight. You saw the picks. Let's have ourselves a day. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Luka assists. Take it. Over 8.5. Boom.